I know you've done rom-coms before, of course. So can you start by telling me how your appearance in Love Accidentally came to be?
I worked with the wonderful production and director before, and they sent the script to me, and I just love it. I love romantic comedies and anything that's feel good, and I think that this will resonate now, especially you know a long time ago with romantic comedies. You didn't have a lot of the texting and social media and stuff like that, and the way that the couple falls in love in this movie is along those lines. So it was something that I thought was really current and fun and just a real feel good movie.
Yeah, and I really like your character, Deborah, as this ad agency boss who's more laid back and methodical instead of stereotypically overbearing and mean spirited. So I'm curious, what were your inspirations for your portrayal of this role?
I wanted to come from a place of being more grounded, and also I wanted to find the moments too where you could tell that the two characters were falling in love with each other, and trying to just bring different layers as much as possible. So it was just something that was fun for me. And we were lucky we shot it during a different time in our world that we can all relate to, and I just thought it was just a very fun, feel good movie.
Yeah, that's so great. And at the end, she tells Jason about his and Alexa's competitive nature, bringing out the best in them. How do you think this moment speaks to what kind of leader Deborah is in getting the most out of her employees?
Well, I think behind every successful person is a very good supportive person behind us, and I think that's something, that support system is true for all of us.
Yeah. So when she initially pitted them together for this promotion, what do you think her intent was? Did she want to see a more vicious competition between them?
Well, I think initially, obviously, I think that she saw the tension, the romantic tension between the two of them, but also they were, I would think, the two best employees for the job. And so, there was definitely both in there.
Right. So in the movie, Alexa and Jason go from enemies to lovers without even knowing it. And they really only treat each other like humans when they don't know who they're talking to. So what do you think this story says about the way individuals and society imposes judgment on others?
Well, I think that it's both. It's where sometimes being behind a computer or a telephone, you don't, you're sometimes can be freer speaking than you can to someone face to face. And I think that that's where we're at now. A lot of times we can hide behind our computer and say different things, and then also getting to know someone without the preconceived idea of who they are, which is what these two people thought. They were working together.
Yeah. And as we've been saying, I mean, these two people bond over text messages, thinking that they're talking to strangers. So I'm curious, if you ever found yourself in a similar position, would you ever be able to open up to a stranger the same way Alexis and Jason do in this movie?
Well, a long, 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 long time ago when I was in school, we used to have a pen pal, and we used to literally handwrite letters. Our school set it up, and it was interesting to be able to share stuff with a complete stranger that lived in a completely different country that I knew nothing about. And I know kids today can't relate to that part of it, but that's how I look at it, that you can open up if there's not that, someone right in front of you. You sometimes are able to share different things about your life.
Yeah, that's really interesting. And you kind of mentioned this before about the use of technology and how that allows us to communicate with anyone at any time. And I think that's interesting because it's such a modern film in that way. So what do you think this film reveals about the possibilities of human connection?
I think that's what we've been doing in the last, however many years since social media has really taken off. Is for myself, it's great to be able to connect with fans, and when they read something about us, they ask questions and they can share their story. And I think it is a wonderful way. There's a lot of positive with it. It's a great way to connect with people that you care about and you can share different stories. Obviously, there's the other side of social media that can be negative that we all know, but I also think there's a lot of positive in it too.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Denise. Congratulations again on this film, and I wish you the best.